Hello, I'm back. I just survived my first week of classes, so figured I should update you guys later on. Nah, whatever. I finally was enrolled in my classes and modules and all that fun stuff. And this school thinks that everything's okay to do last minute, especially for the exchange students, which sucks for people from like the United States like me, who are used to getting everything done in like April for the fall term. So that's great. Eventually, I managed to get into 3 of the classes that I wanted to take, and then I had to go with my backup plan for the 4th because the lady said that there weren't enough people that had interest in American culture, so don't get to take my American culture class, which is like the one class I was like super excited to learn about abroad because it'd be a different perspective of like things that I've already learned. So that kind of sucked, but I'm also really excited because I get the opportunity to learn about European history in Europe. So I'm taking that European history class, I'm taking history of Africa, which I basically took because it was a 100 level class, and yeah, I'm lazy. Making of the modern world, it's also a 100 level class, and apparently it's one of the core modules that first year students are supposed to be taking here. So my intro class was based towards the first year students that had like never taken a class before, so it felt kind of pointless for me to be sitting there, but I mean, it's whatever. The last class is what is the last class? The last class is gender, women, and politics. So in Britain, gender, women, and politics in Britain. It's gender in history, but basically women. Apparently after Christmas break, when I'm gone, they're going to be learning about prostitution and women murderers and, you know, all the stuff that sounds really fun. But, you know, I'll just be here learning about the political side of it because we all know that Erin loves politics. Not. The way that they have their classes all set up, instead of like back home where they have you take one class one semester and then you get to take a different class the second semester. They basically have 100, 200, and 300 level classes, and it's basically first year, second year, third year. And the first year obviously are the freshmen. There are a lot of bugs outside my window. No. This is not happening. Okay, take it. First year students basically take like the core modules for their major. So for history students, it's making of the modern world and making history. And making history is just like kind of like learning how to be a historian and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so they start with these basic classes, and then second year is more, it's like the same thing but harder, more in depth and all that stuff. But they take 4 to 5 classes all year long. So they have more broad topics that they talk about just so that it encompasses everything that what we would get back home in 2 different classes, if that makes sense. But it sucks for exchange students like me who are only going 1 term because we're not getting the full like class. We're only getting the first part of that class. So we don't get to learn about what's happening, what they're going to be learning about after Christmas break when they come back. So, I mean, that kind of sucks. And then with that, it also requires us to we can't take exams at the end of the year because we won't be here in the summer when their term ends, because I'm dipping out in December. So we have to take a different exam type of thing, which basically requires me to write a 1,000, it's either like 1,000, 2,000, something, a really big essay for me, because I hate writing, for each class. And I think you get to pick the topic. They haven't really told us exchange students because, like I said, they like to do everything last minute, so that's fantastic. So yeah, basically I'll be writing 4 long history essays. People that talked to me back last year when I had to do 8 essays for one class's final, yeah, you'll know exactly how all of these essays are gonna go for me, so that's great. Best part about it is that my grade rides on those essays because I don't get to, well, I'll still have to do the homework and all that, but those aren't gonna count for me. It's basically like whatever I get on this essay is what I get in the class. So, Erin will be working on her writing skills. This should be fun, but it's okay. I'll get over it. Yeah. Currently teaching myself a new language. Yeah, everybody, I'm learning French. That's great. I'm using that Duolingo like website app thing, which is actually working really good. According to that, I'm 9% fluent in not English. Wow, if I was 9% fluent in English, we'd have some issues. But 9% fluent in French, so hopefully when I go to France in, what is it, like, holy crap, it's like 14 days away. That's awesome! I'm so excited now I have something to look forward to. I learned that we have a reading week, the 6th week of the term, so in like 5 weeks. I don't really know if I'm supposed to be like, you know, probably working on my essay or something, but my friend Kirsten and I, actually it was just Kirsten. Kirsten's awesome, and she found an $8 flight, and then we're gonna hop on a plane and fly to Amsterdam because the flights were real cheap to Amsterdam, okay? And I'm gonna go see Vivian, my friend from junior year when she studied abroad at Harrisburg. So I'm gonna meet up with her, see her again. Really excited about that. Hopefully I'm gonna go see the Anne Frank house if I can get tickets. Hang out with Vivian. Vivian's gonna show us around. We fly in Saturday. We spend all day Saturday because we'll get there in the morning, all day Sunday, and then part of Monday. And then Monday we get on a bus and we take the bus that we managed to find for £8 from Amsterdam in the Netherlands to Brussels in, I think it's Belgium, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. We're gonna hang out in Brussels for a couple of days. She's gonna see her, like, I don't know what's really exciting about Brussels, but she really wanted to see it, and it was a new country that I haven't been to, so okay. And then from Brussels, we're taking that magical, real cheap flight that, okay, nobody panic because I've actually flown on the airline that is giving it for this deal. So it's not like some jank airplane or anything like that. I've flown this airline before, I trust them. It's basically like Europe's version of Allegiant Air. So, moving on. Taking a plane from Brussels to Berlin. We're flying back on Friday. And then my dad's getting in on Saturday, so I'm gonna come back to school, spend the night here so I don't have to pay for another hotel, get back on the train that I've already purchased, back to London, where I'm gonna meet up with my dad, hang out with him for a little bit, and then him and I are gonna do the Harry Potter studio tour. I'm so excited! I think after that, him and I are gonna come back to Coventry, because I still have class the next week, but we're gonna hang out, all that stuff. It's over like Thanksgiving. And then over the weekend, at the end, him and I are gonna go back to London and probably hang out in London. And then I'll be back here. So yeah, travel plans are coming. We haven't booked anything yet because we have to wait for Kirsten to get her bank card. So when she gets her crap figured out, we'll actually start booking stuff. And if that really beautiful £8 flight isn't there when we go back to book it, I'm probably gonna kill her, but it's fine. What else do I gotta tell you guys? Oh, well, I think I'm getting sick. That's fantastic. I learned this week I am the oldest person living in this dorm besides our resident tutor, who's like basically the RA. Everybody else is a first-year student, and I'm like the only exchange student that's not a first year. So that's great. I'm living with a bunch of children. I'll put clips, like soon, somewhere, like now, probably. They all moved in, and they were like, it was good during the day. They were with their families, like moving in, all that stuff. Great, cool. Their parents left. They all decided that they needed to go celebrate the fact that they were at uni now. And we're playing like Drunk Twister down in the common room. And a lot of them got like real wasted, okay? They were trashed, plastered, like gone, okay? So I was like laying in my bed. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't sleep because they were being so loud and like running up and down the hall. And then all of a sudden, I hear them banging on my door. I'm seriously gonna murder all of you. I'm trying to sleep. I'll put a clip and like prove to you how loud they were, because I stood like by the door and was like recording this just so you guys could hear how loud they were. But they were down at the opposite end of the hall, like way down there by the kitchen. And I could hear them plain as day. Oh my gosh. And they trashed our kitchen. You know what? Let's go see the kitchen. Are you ready for this? Trashed. We had a huge speech about how this is our kitchen, we need to keep it clean, do all that stuff. We have cleaning ladies, or like a cleaning crew that comes in, I think it's twice a week to clean the kitchen, but like that's only to like mop the floors and like wipe the counters down. Like we're still in charge of like putting away our dishes, we are in charge of taking out the trash cans in there, all this stuff. What the? It's so frustrating because I don't freaking use the kitchen. I go in there, boil like some water, dump it in a pot, and come back in here so I don't have to talk to anybody. That's my life. Plus, last time I went in there, I got kidnapped by some people and like we had to do freaking arts and crafts. I'm living with children. It's fantastic. I'm just gonna make one big video for the whole entire week, which includes everything I just talked about. I'm gonna add the like campus tour. I didn't really get everything that I wanted to show you guys because it's a lot bigger than I thought it was, and Kirsten and I got lost. So we spent a lot of time trying to get back. I already showed you guys the kitchen. That's what it looks like. Our common room looks pretty much the same. Maybe I'll clean my room enough to where I can actually, you know, show you guys. It's not that big of a room, so don't expect much. But here's the campus tour. Bye guys.
In the words of Kirsten, having your shit together is overrated. Found some keys. Here's Canada.
You just squeeze it?
Yeah.